Today on the Fresh Brew Run Club, I'm giving my first impression of the New Balance Fresh Foam X More V4. Welcome back to the Fresh Brew Run Club. So for today's video, I am very excited. I have something that I've been waiting on for quite some time, and that is the New Balance Fresh Foam X More V4. A mouthful of a shoe, but hopefully something that I'm going to really enjoy. So today's video, I'm going to go on a run for the first time in these shoes and give my first impression of these overall. Now, disclaimer, I do not believe that you can properly review a shoe after just one run. This is more so about like, how does it feel? What is this shoe for? What is this shoe all about from a very general perspective? Subscribe to my channel because I will make future videos like a 100-mile review, 200-mile review, 300, 500, who knows. I will keep making videos to give a more definitive review of what this shoe is and how I feel about it. But today's video is just me giving my first impression. I don't really know what this shoe is. I've read a lot of stuff on the internet, but I'm going to break it down from the perspective of really an average runner. So let's dive into the shoe a little bit. Just at first glance, it is a chunky shoe. It is a high stack height, which means you sit high up on top of this foam. It's super wide, which I love. I'm a heel striker, so anytime I step on a rock or a stick or uneven pavement, there's a risk that I twist my ankle because the back of my heel is kind of like an unstable area. The wider the shoe, the more surface area of the shoe, the easier it is for that shoe to sort of absorb the changes in elevation, if you will. So the midsole has Fresh Foam X material. That's the name of the foam. Think of it like Zoom X foam. I don't know why all these foams have X's in them, but that is the name of the foam. I was a little confused about the name of this shoe. It's New Balance Fresh Foam X, which refers to the actual foam in the shoe. More V4. More is the name of the shoe, and V4 is the fourth iteration of this shoe. I wasn't sure if it was like fresh foam, like the 10th fresh foam shoe, but like the fourth version of like the more. It was very confusing, but this is the fourth version of this shoe, the More V4. And then looking at the upper, it's kind of a more traditional running shoe upper, sort of this like softer material on top, some ventilation in the toe, some padding on the heel collar. It's a little more hard in the Achilles area, some standard shoelaces. So pretty normal shoe upper, but it's the midsole and the outsole that I'm really curious about to see, you know, how do these perform? What is this for? I think this is an easy run shoe, but that's what I'm going to do today to kind of figure out like what this shoe is all about. So with that being said, I'm going to lace these up and get after it. All right, so I'm about a mile into this run. This is an interesting shoe. So this is supposed to be New Balance's ultra cushioned shoe, and I would say it's like less squish and more smoothness. It feels smooth, and I think that's the result of like the rocker construction, so that like curved shape. I'm just kind of like rolling through my stride, which is nice. I'm definitely using different muscles than other shoes. Like my calves are a little tired right now, but I don't know, overall I kind of like it so far. I also just looked at my watch and I'm going a lot faster than I thought I was, which is always a good sign. I need to actually slow down and see how these feel at a much slower pace. Yeah, interesting. Still trying to like wrap my brain around what this shoe is. All right, halfway update. These shoes are fascinating. I would say they're very interesting. A shoe that I think you need to break in, and B, a shoe that is gonna be great for like long runs. Not necessarily the slowest run in the world, but I just feel like these are a kind of shoe that can just like churn out the miles. So I don't know, this is good first run so far. I'm really impressed. I'm excited to run in these. I need to lace them a little bit tighter. They're like a really wide shoe, so I need to maybe do a runner's knot. I can feel they're a little bit loose, but it's not like a heel collar issue. So yeah, feeling good heading back. So honestly, this shoe is going to be a great long run shoe. I can tell it's not like too cushiony. There's some structure to it, but it's also not too rigid. It's a nice shoe. I'm going a little bit slower and it still feels pretty good. That rocker construction, I keep doing this because it's fun to do. That rocker construction is really nice. It's really smooth. I would describe this shoe as smooth. Now I can kind of tell this is a shoe that needs to be broken in a little bit, so that's why you got to subscribe so you don't miss my future like full 100-mile review of this shoe and future reviews. Stay tuned for that. All right, so the run is complete. 6 miles. I went about 9-minute pace. Great run. It felt good. These shoes shoes are interesting. Like I said on the run, I think these are good for like a long run where they're cushioned enough to keep your feet comfy for long distances, but also have enough like structure and stability and density in the foam to like not tire your feet out too much. Like they're not too squishy. There's a firmness, there's a smoothness. The rocker construction kind of helps you just roll through your stride, especially if you're like me and you're a heel striker. So yeah, I really like these shoes. So overall, you know, so far so good. Like I said, I will make more videos about this shoe, so subscribe so you don't miss those. But that is my initial run reaction. I never want to like write off a shoe or say a shoe is the greatest in the world after just one run. It's why I make multiple videos, but so far I think I'm gonna like this shoe a lot. So that'll be today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.